boisterous. And welcome to the lecture, John Gentili.
How many of you have ever done something in your life where you've gotten a lot better at it, but then you want to explain it to somebody else, and you're just not quite sure, like, how to do it? You ever been there? Anybody ever been there? Well, me too. I started in 2003, and since then I've improved a lot. And everybody in this room that I've seen that has stuck with it for a long time has improved. You know, Chris, Paul, Claudine, Joel, Lori, Bruce, Brenda. If I missed anybody, please, Marla. But everybody in this room that sticks with it, Rochelle, they've improved a lot. But you know what? People going, you missed me, you missed me. I didn't know how to explain it, and I have Toastmasters all the time ask me that question. What do I have to do? And then one day I had an epiphany. Toastmaster, Chris Gunning, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome Bess. Almost every Toastmaster to a person I've seen come into a club and are very talented. Most of them have one or two speaking styles. One person, most of them are good writers, and they can't deliver it. They're too into the content. But then, occasionally I'll get somebody that's great at delivering it, but they don't say anything. So we have the balance. I wanted to teach them something when they ask me, have a stock answer, so I could sort of mentor them quickly. And I came up with this thing. It's called 3, 2, 1, go. First thing you're doing, and I'm preaching to the choir, is you have to be here. You signed up and you're here. You should do something 3 times a month. Something on that board, your name should be on there 3 times a month. All these roles are important. All-counter, timer, grammarian. Paul and I were listening to somebody speak a while back, about a month or two ago. We counted 68 ahs, ums, and double clutches within the first 5 minutes. We started going like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We counted 68 in 5 minutes. Amazing. And this guy speaks all over the place. The reason why he was doing it, I'm sure, is nobody was there to teach him. Grammarian. Good job. We learn new words. They teach us grammar. And certain things maybe we shouldn't use. Like tonight, I heard that 25 people use without further ado. Not something I would recommend because it's kind of a cliche. Timer. It's important that if you're given the time to speak, that you stay within that time. Oftentimes you speak, many of these lunch clubs, they have 1 hour for lunch. You can't go over. They have to be sitting at that desk at 1 o'clock or 5 after 1. It's that important to them. Twice a month, the 2, you should assume an important role. What are the important roles? Table topics master. Everybody here can be a table topics master. Come up and ask about something, anything. And they don't have to answer you, they can divert. Several people diverted tonight. They did it very smoothly, which is good, but they diverted. Evaluator, general evaluator. They're both important. The general evaluator introduces the evaluators and evaluates the meeting. The evaluators forces you to listen. My evaluator tonight, Brenda, she's listening to me. She has to understand what I'm saying, or not understand what I'm saying, because that's what she'll be evaluating me on. But it's very important that you listen to a speech, which is part of what Paul was talking about. And this brings me to the one. The most important thing that you should do, and that is speak once a month. Why? Because you don't get good and you don't improve if you don't do it. Forget about trying to speak once a year and making that perfect speech. It's not going to happen. I've used this example in other clubs, I may have used it in this club, about the pottery class where they divided it up into two groups. Group A had to make the perfect pot. That was their assignment. You made the perfect pot, you got an A. Group B had to make the most number of pots. Guess what happened? Group B made better pottery than Group A, to a person. The reason is they made 40, 50, 60, 70 pots on the machine, and the first ones fell apart, but by the end of the test period, they had made so many, they knew what worked and what didn't work. And that's what's going to happen with your speaking and your speaking ability. All of you are talented. It's not enough just to show up and sit down. You have to exercise that talent. And the simplest way I recommend to exercise that talent, simplest formula, is the 3, 2, 1, go.